you're here today. For sake of time, we just want to recognize two from the outset. The first is simply your belief that you have been in each other's lives long enough to know that you have actually found the one. They say there's about 7.2 billion of us on the planet. The statistical probability of actually meeting this one person and saying, you're the only person I want to grow old with. You know what? That's a very profound reality, and we commend you on your choice of partner. But for your part today, there's another reality that we also like to recognize, and it's simply this. You have also been together long enough to make this one essential choice. And that, quite simply, is just to give the best of who you are to one another. I think you would both say today, the person you're with today, and this relationship in particular, is truly incomparable. You know, this is the only person you actually want to be with for the rest of your life. And that is really amazing. That is profound. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
I often tell my couples, been counseling couples for 22 years. How about that? But I often tell couples, something that Eleanor Roosevelt once said about getting married. She simply says this, that you will look back on your wedding day and you will say to yourself, I never actually married one person. I married three kinds of people. And the first person you're about to marry today, of course, is the person that you know you've already fallen in love with. This is everything that you know you love about your partner, everything that you actually believe has already drawn and endeared them to you. Interestingly enough, if that was the only reason that you believe has brought you to this place here today, on this beautiful beach in the Bahamas, that would actually carry you for the rest of your life, because that's how much significance it has. People who love being married take every occasion they have been given to tell their significant other, here is why I still love you. And 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if you're still saying that to one another, not only are you having a great life, you're doing what we call, by being present in each other's journey, because every day for you is another occasion to say it again and again. And it's a great way of growing older together. And so our simple charge to you today is to say it often. And mostly, as you already have done so, show them why you still feel that way, because they'll never get tired of hearing it from you, because you're the only person they love at this level. Here's the second person you're about to marry. Not just why you love this person. That's a great reason to be here today. But interestingly enough, it's what they know they've come to love about themselves. And although they want to hear for the rest of their life with you why you love them, when two people come to the place where they actually go through a learning and exploratory process, which is simply to say, I want to know what you believe you love about yourself, and I will actually celebrate that with you. You actually protect your differences. You actually say to your spouse today, I now regard myself as the one person who will not change what you love most about yourself. That's how much I love you. I want you just to be who you are when you're with me. And that's not just being in love, that's protecting your love. There's nothing sweeter in this life than coming home to the person that you know that on a daily basis just takes you as you are. And we call that being happily incompatible. Here's the good news. You don't have to agree on everything. You don't even have to see things eye to eye. You believe so deeply in who your partner is. You just want them to evolve into the person they're becoming. And marriage is not about perfection. It's just about intentionality. It's the choice that we make on a daily basis, which is simply to say, I don't even know who you're going to be 20 years from now. I just want you to know that who you think you need to become, I'm going to love that version of you as well. And this is probably why, Patrick, the Chinese say to men who are about to become married, happy wife, happy life. Your only task from this day forward is to discover what Jennifer believes she comes to love most about herself. Because women with those kind of men are the happiest women on the planet, because they know they could just be themselves. And Jennifer, it goes without saying, behind every great man is a very strong woman. And even people who know and love you back home in Pennsylvania would simply tell you, rest in your differences. It's a more ancient kind of wisdom, which is simply to say, I take you as you are. And that is what we commend you both today. I heard that you guys first met in August 2010. Think about all that it has taken to bring you here to this point. I'm sure you would even both say, I'm not even the person you first met 6 years ago. But the fact that your partner loves who you have become, it bodes well for your future, It's not just Pepper Ann and JoJo that love you. It's mostly what you know you're learning to love about your partner as they continue to discover who they are. Here's the last person you're about to marry. Not just what you've come to love about them, not just what you know they're learning to love about themselves. Probably the most notable distinction you could draw upon your wedding today is the person your spouse will become. And this is something that your parents and your grandparents will tell you. Because the people that we choose to fall in love with never stay the same. They're always evolving into someone that they believe is mostly who they want to be. And so it's just another way of reminding you both today. I don't know who you've left back home in PA, but whoever those people are that know and love you, I can say this to you, Patrick, today. You're the only person she wants to hear it from the most. That's how definitive her love is for you, her husband. You're the only person she saved herself for. And so I would say you have a pretty epic future with your wife because you're going to get the best of your wife, Jennifer. Jennifer, I'll say this in closing. I've asked men for the last 22 years what they're looking for in a lady. You ready for this? This is the $1 million answer. Most men have told me, I want someone who gives me the freedom to fail. It's just another way of saying that Patrick believes so deeply in you. You're the one person he can be himself mostly around. Which is another way of saying you're the one person he can make the greatest amount of mistakes around. Because he believes that you believe in him. And I hope you have so much encouragement as you look your future in the eye. Because the best relationships in the world are just the ones where you can just simply be yourself. If I can give you any encouragement as a marriage counselor, you don't even need to know what 10 years will bring you. You'll learn it when the time comes, but you've chosen someone who will go the distance with you. You know, make as many mistakes as you need to. Enjoy the learning process. I really believe failure is our greatest learning curve because you just get to be who you are. And you're going to have an amazing future together. So congratulations. You have found the person who will grow and evolve with you. You know, as you say your vows today, the first part of your vows is what we call the Declaration of Consent. It is interesting to note that you two are about to celebrate the oldest wedding tradition in the world. It's not the giving of rings. It's not even the walking down the aisle. It's actually saying to someone else, here's why I want to be with you alone. That's the oldest wedding tradition today. And I ask you both the question as you look into each other's eyes, and you simply have to respond by saying, I do or I will. And in doing so, you now offer your consent to your hand in marriage. So Patrick, will you have Jennifer as your wife to love together in the estate of matrimony? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others from this day forward, to be true and faithful to your wife alone, so long as you both shall live? If so, please respond at this time.
Yeah, I do.
That was a yes, Jim. Thank you, sir. Jennifer, will you have Patrick as your husband to love together as well in the estate of matrimony? Do you also promise to love him, to comfort him, to honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others from this day forward, to be true and faithful to your husband alone, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Patrick, I'm going to just give you a chance to respond to your vows. At this time, have you please repeat after me? In the presence of our witnesses.
In the presence of our witnesses.
I, Patrick.
I, Patrick.
Take you, Jennifer.
Take you, Jennifer.
To be no other than yourself.
To be no other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you.
Loving what I know of you.
And trusting what I don't yet know.
And trusting what I don't yet know.
I now take you.
I now take you.
As my wife.
As my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, or for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joy and in sorrow.
In joy and in sorrow.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
And to be faithful to you alone.
And to be faithful to you alone.
As long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
Thank you, sir. Are you ready to offer your vows to your husband? Can you please repeat after me? In the presence of our witnesses.
In the presence of our witnesses.
I, Jennifer.
I, Jennifer.
Do take you, Patrick.
Do take you, Patrick.
To be no other than yourself.
To be no other than yourself.
Trusting what I know of you.
trusting what I know of you,
loving what I don't yet know.
loving what I don't yet know.
I now take you
I now take you
as my husband
as my husband
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
and to be faithful to you alone,
and to be faithful to you alone,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
You guys are doing great. As we give you a chance just to offer these rings you've chosen for today, you know, it's interesting to note that most people actually regard their life together as being more symbolic than actual. You actually cannot see love, but you can certainly see it in action. I think you would both say here today, if you look back on the last 6 years, that not only do you know what it has taken to bring you to this point, you've earned the right to be in this very moment. Probably the most definitive symbol that you have here today is not only why you've fallen in love with this person, but what you have learned along the way that you believe has strengthened your relationship. Paradoxically, even if you've been through difficult times together, it actually serves to strengthen our resolve for the future. You know, no one needs to tell you too what is taking you to be here today. You've earned the right time and time again for that. And also, as mentioned earlier, we don't just marry people because of why we love them. Over the course of our lives, we learn to love on a regular basis what they have come to believe they're learning to love about themselves. This is probably the most sincere and intentional symbol that you have, which is simply to say, whoever you think you are 10 and 20 years from now, I will still be in love with who you need to be. And so, Patrick, as an expression of love, sir, for your lady today, we invite you to place those rings on her ring finger at this time. You're doing better than the last couple. They even had the wrong hand. Well done. Thank you, sir. Just holding her hand in yours. Please repeat after me. Jennifer,
Jennifer,
this ring I give to you
this ring I give to you
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love,
And I pledge to you
and I pledge to you
my loyalty
my loyalty
and my devotion
and my devotion
as long as I live.
as long as I live.
And with this ring,
With this ring,
I give you this promise
I give you this promise
that from this day forward,
that from this day forward,
you will never walk alone.
you will never walk alone.
I am so proud
I am so proud
to be your husband.
to be your husband.
Thank you, sir. Jennifer, as an expression of love for your husband, I invite you to place that ring on his ring finger at this time. Thank you.
A little swelling.
That happens every day in the Bahamas. Just holding his hand in yours. Please repeat after me. Patrick,
Patrick,
this ring I also give to you
this ring I also give to you
as a symbol of my love.
as the symbol of my love,
And I pledge to you
and I pledge to you
my loyalty
my loyalty
and my devotion
and my devotion
as long as I live.
as long as I live.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I also give you my promise
I also give you my promise
that from this day forward,
that from this day forward,
you will never walk alone.
that you will never walk alone.
I am so proud
I am so proud
to be your wife.
to be your wife.
So Patrick and Jennifer, inasmuch you've gathered here today, having come in a very sincere, very intentional manner, having offered your vows of love and obvious admiration for one another, expressing that same resonant belief in rings both given and received, it is now my distinct pleasure by the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and by the power vested in me to declare you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
No, sorry. We forgot that.
You can kiss her as much as you want.
I love you.
I love you. Sorry, I couldn't wait.